factor today. There were chances of storms. Still a chance to get that, although it's dry at this point. Wind could play a factor. Gus Everett's looking to move on. Off we go from Charlotte. Go! It's a short kick. And it's returned to the 20.
Hang in there with this Rams defense.
This offense ranks just 27th in the NFL, but scored a season-high 31 against L.A. in that win. Rico Dowdle just in time, and he's in there at right guard.
Yeah, the Panthers are hoping that he's the dog. Fourth.
First matchup they did. Went 3 for 3 with a pair of touchdowns on fourth down. Young's in trouble. On the move. Throws, and it's broken up. But 2 long touchdowns. 27 out of 40 on third down this season. And you're touching on it. This is one of the ways to even the playing field.
Up and down the field at will.
Stafford on the first play has puka coming loose, and of course he does.
His willingness as a blocker at the point of attack.
That's what he's in there to do right here, is to hand it off, and Kyron Williams zips his way inside the 25. Not only does he get back for week 1. Play action. They do this more than anybody. It's Nacua with his second catch. And a first down for the Rams as Nacua.
Talked about all the adversity he went through back in training camp and the uncertainty about whether or not he was even going to be behind center, let alone
May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on.
One of the best offensive minds in football. He understands that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Puka Nacua. So the idea of being able to
Rams get the short field. Drive starts at the 45-yard line, and 40 of the yards are covered by 3 catches. It goes on. Trend-setting Rams. Corum waits for something to develop. Not much there, but he powers his wide receiver on record.
Yeah, and again, I think he's the best offensive football player if you take the quarterbacks out in the league. And these highlights we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
2nd and 4. Corum again. Stop the yard shy. It's number 1 in NFL history, 95 yards per game.
And at a high level, you just talk about how well. So on the season, Sean McVay has really made a pretty conceit.
It's crazy. We're only 10 minutes into the game, but it feels like they were desperate to get that stop.
They needed that.
And this punt is not a good one off of the foot of Ethan Evans. Analyst taking this one in is Panthers with the first down and 10, and Young has no chance. He's buried by Puna 4.
On first down, and Robert Hunt, the right guard, we mentioned, he's new, hasn't played since week 2. He just ran with
the Cardinals last week. Young from his own goal. It is, he lets it go. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, gets back the yards lost. Never from Atlanta, where he was a part-time starter. Within months, he was voted a team captain. He's their leading tackler.
Bates, they're on the sideline.
Here's Coker for a first down. They go from 2nd and 19 to get in a first down.
Important. His return was from injury, but Jalen Coker, he's really taken that number 2 wide receiver role away from
Dowdle's back in. He takes the fake. Young on the move, looking downfield. He will toss it out of bounds as he's hit by.
Signed Devontae Adams when he becomes available. They spend the segment by no means a finished product.
Try it again here against a 4-man rush. Verse is coming. Young gets rid of it to Tremble, and they've got another third down conversion. Tommy Tremble.
And one of the things that Bryce just a little bit longer, give himself time to find a target.
Quick throw to the row, McMillan. First down inside the 45. The lone rookie with more.
Row, McMillan, and Bryce Young. The other 9 guys are all operating like it's going to be a handoff. We see Stafford do that so much down near the red.
For the first time, first down at the 45. Looks to throw. First read taken away. Rips it over the middle, and it's picked off. Kobe Durant, the interception.
He feels Quentin Lake coming down, so.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Carolina, number 84. The 15-yard penalty for.
Thinks he's going to throttle, so young quarterback, young wide receiver. Take a look.
They're down 1-0 today. Man late getting on the field there. And they hand it off to Kyron Williams, taking advantage of the Panthers. 2nd and 2. Back to the air with Stafford. One-handed catch by Colby Parkinson, and there's the first look at a Rams tight end. And
group of tight ends in the league that is asked to do all the different things because of the quantity of plays with multiple
passes would you have caught
I would have
this year
caught
for the Rams?
300.
Plus or minus?
Minus 2. Okay, so 298.
Handoff, Kyron Williams makes a cut. Darts ahead inside the 20. With a gain of 6. Season, he's 5-0 when he leads after a quarter. Looking for his second ring. Offensive mastermind. On 2nd and 4. It's Williams again. And he's stopped by Bobby Brown.
They storm. These teams did not have a lot of rules defensively for these fast motions and these condensed formations, and they gave me to evolve this offense as one of his strengths.
Nacua's got it for a first down, beating Christian Roseboom.
Wins in the Rams was that 2018 season. And that's really what they've been trying to recapture all these years, Super Bowl.
First down and goal. Back to the ground. Here's Kyron Williams. Lowers the shoulder, runs to the 5.
With Jared Goff, but there's a lot more bigger bodies. They've really leaned into this 13 personnel and candidate quarterback.
Look out for Devontae Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his second touchdown. Puka,
the coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Adro Avero, he said, we have to turn this into a kicking contest. We have to force red zone field.
Adams deployed off to the right. You know, the Panthers are thinking the same thing. They're going to be hungry to get him involved down there. They go the other way to Nacua, who's got
number 18 on the Rams, the young rookie tight end. He's inactive today. Matthew Stafford to check the ball down.
Corum stopped at the line of scrimmage. Turk Wharton, who missed the last out, is what you have to do well against LA. They stop big plays. They're the best in years.
Again, who's on the field and how you're going to match them. And then you have to match this explosive passing game, because if you don't make them go the long way and
hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza
over the next month. On 2nd and 9, Matt Stafford looks to throw. Puka Nacua driven down by Trayvon Merritt.
Of Matthew Stafford in the pocket looks very different than the experience of Bryce Young. Bryce Young's under constant pressure. And
on 3rd and 3. Sideline, Adams climbs the ladder, but he's out of bounds. Defended by and the field goal team's going to come out here, Greg.
Yeah, again, I think there's two different approaches
to their season. From 46. Right down the middle for the thicker kicker out of Missouri. Against Arizona, as Ethan Evans sent a line drive kick taken by Etienne. Trevor Etienne gets planted shy of the...
Tell you what, though, I'm really impressed with Bryce Young. He's taking some big shots, going up.
On 1st and 10, they started off with a Rico Dowdle run. He spins across the 30 with a gain of 8.
Between these drives.
We try so hard to get Bryce Young to say something, and get, come on, but he is down the middle. 2nd and 2. Back-to-back runs. Dowdle hit at the line. It's Josiah Stewart and Ty Ham.
Really good with the starters. We talk about Jared Verse and Byron Young, and it's amazing through these drafts, they've just drafted.
3rd down and 2. Young back to throw. He's got Hubbard swinging out of the backfield, and oh no, he had room to run.
Bryce just kind of bays it a little bit. You can tell he just knows how open he is. He just doesn't put a whole lot on it.
Got 8 yards on 1st down and wind up having to punt. It's a line drive from Martin. Xavier Smith will go back on offense. Young said it was that. Manning exactly 10 years ago today. Stafford's 8 out of 9. Continuing the MVP from the 12. Nacua motions in the block. And a run for Kyron Williams goes for 3.
Came on to the show. Biggest reasons they pulled that one out is Matthew Stafford only had week 13 games. So far, the blueprint hasn't matched.
Again, Stafford's got all kinds of time. Throws it out of bounds over to Nacua's head. Covered from deep.
Got to turn this thing into a kicking contest. That's field goals in the red zone and see who's got a better punter.
Timeout. 2nd taken by the Rams. Start this NFL playoff run. I know that this is excited as I've been about the playoffs in a long time, just because you have no idea who it's going to be.
Philadelphia, teams that have been there, championship pedigree. I agree, man. I think this is as exciting the next couple weeks as the NFL's had. Davante Adams into this game.
Corner blitz often. It's picked up. There he is, Davante Adams, but it's in front of him and incomplete.
A little double move, and again, let's remember, Davante Adams, this is his first game, and can't help
coming after this. Almost got it. No, he lost the ball. The Rams are on top of it. Well, they won his attempt.
Misjudges, you have to wonder, up in that swirling wind, you just misjudge it, and you see him, he tried to go backwards and ground. Maintain possession.
Timeout taken by Carolina, their first. He's over his last 3. Keep it on the ground with Williams. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage and got just one. And it was actually Blake Corum. Another timeout taken. 3rd down and 12.
Short of the sticks. If it gets to a 4th down, could be a go.
Stafford finds Higbee. Tackled shy of the 1st down mark.
As the league really started trending towards optimizing 4th down and maintaining possession and really understanding the advantage you could gain. Only the Bills and the Panthers go for 4th down more than the Rams.
Nacua motions out. Blitz is coming. Stafford looking to run for the 1st down. Instead lets it go, and it's broken up. And it's Stafford, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, Trayvon Merrick, we talked about what a signing he was. He put the original pressure on Stafford, but
almost a decade, might be short-lived, but now a chance to get to within a score with 1:30. Rico Dowdle's thrown down by the reigning Rookie of the Year, Jared Verb.
Stafford back on the field.
Snap it with 1:05. Young loads up, going deep, wants Coker. Flags fly. The coverage from Quinton.
He's had some coverage struggles. He's given up a few receptions. It seems like the Panthers are really targeting him in coverage. We talked about it with Davante Adams and Robert Hunt and now Quentin Lake. You're so excited to get these really good plays.
47-yard line, 1st and 10. Young lofting Coker, perfect toss. Jalen Coker inside the 20.
Jalen Coker, little contact off the line with Teterow and McMillan on the release, but again, so
emerged the way he has, the undrafted one. On 2nd down, pressure coming, throws it behind Dowdle before the rush got home.
There on 2nd down. Dave Connect on defense to try to preserve time.
But both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up. He's got room. Bryce Young tucks it. Runs. Bryce Young touchdown.
13 up until this point of Bryce Young's career. You can make an argument it was his best performance.
Fitzgerald. How in the heck is this a 3-point game?
Bryce Young, and then just one-on-one in space with Nate Landman, and tell you what, it's
from the 40 after the penalty. Stafford. There's Davante Adams. From 61 from Missouri last year, a few years back.
College, that feels like the equivalent.
Out of timeouts. Here comes the blitz. Picked up. Stafford with time. Wants Nacua, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, take a look up top. Davante Adams working one-on-one against J.C. Horn, and
Stafford hit as he throws, and it flutters incomplete. One of the
thumbs up. He hit his right hand on the left arm of DJ Wanham, and you could see, you got to imagine
hopes of the Rams. 3rd and 10. Stafford going long. Puka Nacua off his hands and incomplete.
These Rams receivers have one on a double move, one-on-one on the perimeter. We saw the previous drive, 3rd down with Davante Adams. Next thing you know, they're punting.
Hamlet's okay, though. What a throw.
I wouldn't even try to catch this ball if I was the guy.
Get out of there.
You got a guy back there.
8 seconds left in this first half, and for so much of the half, it felt like a late touchdown and then the stop. And a 14 or a 17-14
mistakes and alternating.
They find themselves in one that didn't necessarily look like it was going to be. The way that this is headed early on. That's a touchback. And
back. He said we've got an opportunity on this drive. He lamented some missed opportunities from that first half. He said we are up.
Started off with play action. Adams has it knocked away. Ripped out of the
Open in the third quarter, just can't connect.
Stafford off his back foot wants Adams, and it's broken up by Horn. And so Horn,
A real high blitz team. And here today, they're trying to send extra rushers. That time,
sidearm throw and incomplete. And 0 for 3 to open this half.
Yeah, he's definitely lost a little bit of his rhythm. And, you know, again, it's hard to speculate. A guy like Stafford, he's played through a million. Something to keep an eye on.
Let's keep an eye on this right here with ETN, who had the ball go off. Fair catch. Juggles it.
Ask again.
Oosh.
Yeah, he's just not really seeing it. And, yeah, I'm with you. You just
Equation. I think Dave Canal.
don't even know they're saying it anymore.
Pass play to start the second half. And Young, who ran for a touchdown in the first half, runs for 7 or 8 right here.
Of offenses running the ball. But I think it's important context to say, are they running the ball because they want to run the ball, or they
Give him 9 on that run. 2nd and 1. Run it again. Chuba Hubbard, first down. And the Rams defense right at the front of that.
For a lot of teams, you see that all across the league. This is a bend but don't break, high shell. Everyone really values on me. I'm not really concerned about yardage.
Young throws this one into the dirt. Feed to McMillan as he was pressured by Curl and Verb. Won the turnover margin 3-0 in the win in November. Had this drop on 3rd down instead of a big play for Hubbard. Blitz is coming. Omar Spates got him off his spot. And Young will throw it out of bounds. 3rd and 10.
Battled. Of course, the turnovers made it a little more difficult. They stopped us on a 4th down. They're doing an excellent job on the other side, but we can.
Joe, we've been monitoring
He
Bryce
wanted to
Young's
avoid right here. Over the middle, it is a strike and a first down. Fires it over.
Camera, flash. A lot of different words for this. Manuel Forbes, he's now lined up in the slot, trying to give them a little better pass match.
To Hubbard, looking for space. Hubbard with a few. Ends up getting 5 right there.
Yeah, which is, you know, pretty remarkable when you talk about the Rams. You know, we spend so much time. They're pretty much good at everything on offense.
On 3rd down offense because they're rarely in it. Hubbard slips the first man and gets drilled at the line of scrimmage. Omar Spates
Around the league. And when you ask him about 3rd down, pretty much to a man, they say, you know what the best 3rd down offense is?
Oh, the hard count gets him. And a free play for Young. Coker unable to take advantage. Braden Fisk, though, pulled off.
5-yard penalty enough for a first down, Carolina.
And it does. The least penalized team in 5 years.
We gotta go.
He says we got to go, and they get it off. And Hubbard's tackled at the line of scrimmage by the rookie.
4 times. There was 4 dropbacks. They already have 12. And we got 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. I mean, it's...
We're going to try and take you up on that challenge. Hubbard again.
I think Panthers need to dial up something quick. They just walked back Jared Verse and Byron Young. He's got all the pass rushers fresh.
3rd and 7. 4-man rush. Into the flats. Tommy Tremble upended by Forbes.
About the exact spot on the field that there in the 2nd quarter at the end of the first half that Sean McVay, almost like.
So the rookie out of Florida State, Ryan Fitzgerald, in his first postseason kick has tied the game. 24 for 20 way through this 3rd quarter. Going to need that 12th man out there to hold it. And as Ronnie Rivers brings this one back for the Rams and has some room to take it to the 30.
To what's gotten you here, you can't be fearful of the pushback.
Kyron Williams into the teeth of the defense. Short game. Devontae Adams, his first game back, just 1 catch. Puka Nacua had 4 catches on the first 2 drives, only 2 since.
Total plays in that 13 package that's kind of taken the league by storm.
Blitz is coming. Stafford trying to beat it. It's too tall and incomplete.
It's not even close, and they continue to use Merrick and Roseboom. Matthew Stafford, he has yet to complete
his last 7. And you wonder if that hand is bothering. The only reason I say he's fine is he ripped the most beautiful. It's an injured Carolina Panther here. It's Claudin Sheridas.
Coming off the slot.
Here they come. Picked up. Davante Adams has it. Blitz gets fired on his previous 7. Blitz again. Picked up again. Nacua this time. And it's broken up. Look back to this play late in the first half. Hit his arm on DJ Wanham. He was 9 of 13 at that point. He's 2 for 10.
He's feeling it.
Checks it down. Out of the backfield, Kyron Williams. Cannot get a
play. He just goes about his business. He looked at the tablet, got no medical attention or inquiries from teammates or coaches.
Sideline. Adams. Drill, buddy.
And that flag, it came all the way from the back. All right, so we're going to take a look at it. You see Davante Adams. He's working there in the slot. Let's see, where is this contact? Yeah, there is.
Something that is reviewable in replay. They could look at this, and if there's no contact to the head or neck area, they could take it off. But it is.
They're taking that big shot on the sideline. But
he's saying if you had any question about picking that flag up, check my lip. See the led most of this game. For most of the first half, it was like the Panthers were hanging on for dear life.
That's just the way it is.
Williams. Inside the 25, wrestled down. Seeing the field all coming together here.
Davante Adams, what McVay does.
They'll look to throw. It's tight end screen, and Parkinson couldn't hang on. The rookie Nick Scorton has had an impressive year.
I don't want to let him by you too fast, but in that case, you just kind of hang on to him too long, and Scorton's just right.
Stafford going end zone, wants Nacua, defended by Jackson. And
off coverage defensive style, but J.C. Horn, he gets a lot of the attention. He gets a lot.
The Rams retake the lead. How about Harrison Mevis? A couple years after.
Kicking team number 94.
And you can hear an unsportsmanlike conduct. Part of the story for LA today. So clean for a lot of the year. Young to throw. Here's Dowdle. Rico Dowdle. One-on-one, Emmanuel Ford.
That's who they called the personal foul on. You know, it's hard to tell. Was
corner blitz coming. They run in that direction, and it's Emmanuel Forbes to get there to bring him down. Forbes on the core games, and Forbes leaves the field there injured. Carolina loses 3 of its last 4 games. They need help on the last. The upset as the 4 seed that nobody's given a chance. Young zips it. Leggett can't hang on.
Forbes, he just went out, got a little banged up after that run stop. So Bryce Young, he wisely goes right after McCreary and just by the most.
0 for 1 today, though. Out of an empty set, Young is pressured. Bryce trying to get away from Byron. Throws incomplete.
Psychological standpoint, the hardest part of all this.
Dance to the one who brung you. Blake Corum got 6. It's only the 5 matchup here in the NFC. Heavily favored Rams. 10-point favorite here on the road. Numbers not nearly as good. On the boot. Turns his shoulders. Under pressure and drilled. Travis Gibson.
Best thing Carolina does all season long. Teams have had a really hard time connecting on big plays in the playoff.
Wants Adams. It's picked off. Mike Jackson makes his mark again. Has an interception here. First takeaway of the day for the Panthers defense.
Derek Brown, he's going to come around late, and that big body just blocks the vision of Matthew Stafford. So for their mind.
Again, historically in the league. From the 38-yard line. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Stiff arms Lake. Lake kept down fighting. Got him at the line of scrimmage.
I think it's important that we just come back and just put some context in all this. And it's not an excuse. It's not. We don't even...
Young retreats, steps up, lets it fly. He's got Coker. Jalen Coker stops and starts. First and goal.
And takes the top off this defense. And we've talked about Jalen Coker's ascension down the stretch. Really becoming.
Well, what do we have here? The Rams a 10-point favorite.
Nurse dagger. Watch Nate Landman. They call this a goalpost throw. Quarterbacks come out here and they always put objects and dissimulate.
Quarter begins with a 1st and goal and a play-action pass. Young to the sideline. Coker broke a tackle and then got pounded by.
They're not calling. He's not a defenseless player. However, the defender cannot come in.
It was headed where everybody thought it would go. It was 17-7 Rams. Panthers with a chance at their
Tackles.
Chuba Hubbard. Straight ahead. Over the goal line. Touchdown Carolina. Panthers lead.
So you see Robert Hunt in and out of the lineup, dealing with an injury since week 2. First action.
24-20 Carolina. First takeaway of the day for the Panthers. Handoff Nacua. Puka Nacua broke a tackle and got free.
Has thrown for on 17 attempts. 151 of those yards have happened between the numbers.
Himself into. He told us these are the best DBs we've seen this year. Over the middle, he's got an open Adams. Devontae Adams again attacking
On the inside linebackers, Roseboom. He's reading the eyes of Stafford. Nobody better in the league at looking these balls.
Handoff Kyron Williams. Tripped out to the line of scrimmage.
Look to the right. Look at his helmet. Watch Roseboom go, and then all of a sudden that ball's thrown right on that right hash. And I'm not sure there's I don't even know how you learn the confidence. I mean, he did in the most well-known no look was the one in the Super Bowl. Obviously, that's been on NFL.
Stafford looking, throwing over Nacua's head, and broke it up.
That is such a heads-up play because you see Nacua, he stops. Stafford thinks he's going to keep going, and then Puka Nacua.
Williams, straight ahead run, first down Los Angeles.
He had his play call in that 4th and short situation. Now, not something over the course of the season. They have not had a great
this today, but a 3 tight end set here to block for Kyron Williams, and they do a good job paving the way for 6. Matthew Stafford, all the weapons you could ever ask for. This looked like a bump in the Williams again. Brown stops him, leans close to the marker.
They're bringing in Blake Corum on each side. They call them surfaces.
There's a way to
there you go.
surprise them.
Talk about building tendencies. Look at all that.
Worries about them getting it going into the playoffs. Here's Nacua. Brown flies over there to tackle him.
Defensive football had more red zone trips, and we start putting a list together of all the things that they're good at, and you finally get it becomes Devontae Adams time.
Stafford has Williams. Kyron Williams puts the Rams back in front.
One-on-one, it's going to be a 3-way go. So the best guys I've ever been around, the linebackers, the Luke Kuechly's of the world, they always say, make the backs.
Mevis for the extra point. And the lead is 3. What are we?
Hell of a job, and Kyron Williams able to punch one in.
It's an 11-play drive, and the most important one was an incompletion. Bryce Young, Carolina back on offense from the 35-yard line, and the flag flies. False start.
Number 64, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's the center, Cade Mays, and we check in with Christina.
And Chuba Hubbard telling me pregame, he said, listen, we are not going to tense up because this is the playoffs. We know.
Involve a late comeback. Outside to Coker, who was stopped by Lake. So Bryce Young's.
Yeah, it's something that he's, unfortunately he's had a lot of experience with, for the season.
Pressures for the Rams getting ready. Bringing a blitz out of the secondary. Trying to beat it to Coker down the field. Can't pull it in.
Us for a playoff run, and little did he know how true those words would be here in the opening wild card round.
And they're going to go with an extra big body.
Possibly these last 2 drives.
To lead the way for Corum. Flag down as Corum gets to the 45. Well, if the Rams lose this game, penalties will be one of the biggest reasons why. Adams knocked away. Almost to another. 4 different teams over those 3 years where he got 2 total games. They gave him a chance in Seattle.
Placing him at the top of your screen.
Up there trying to guard Nacua. Stafford looking that way. Checks it down. Blake Corum. And the guy that comes in for... Chuck down. Corum can't split him. Then they get the ball back.
And you go back to that first down holding call. Tackling in space.
Evans to punt it. Coming after it and blocking it. Carolina's blocked the punt.
Los Angeles, the entire season, they made a coordinator change. Chase Blackburn was let go early.
So teams play. Punt return touchdown against Seattle. Rashid Shaheed turned that game. Blocked field goal against Philadelphia. 3 timeouts both sides. Chuba Hubbard to the right side of the line. Keeps on churning. Chuba Hubbard fights his
first down here. Sean McVay probably going to want to start electing to use his timeouts on defense. Using them.
2nd and 3, under 3. A bootleg. Hit at the line and incomplete. Nate Landman blitzing from his linebackers.
Nice job there by Landman. I'm not sure, even if he doesn't deflect it, I think
you'll consider going for it. As aggressive as Canales is. Blitz comes. Young, corner of the end zone. Coker! A dime! Corner of the end zone for Coker.
It's a huge kick right here.
And it's right there from the rookie. Jalen Coker. It was set up by the block punt. First one that the Panthers have blocked in more than a year. First one they've ever blocked in the play.
It multiple times. The way this game started, the early 4th down failure on the opening possession by the Panthers. From that point forward, this game has completely flipped upside down.
And oh no, it can't end here. Like Rivers on the return. And so Stafford and the Rams on ESPN Disney XD Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 o'clock Eastern. Adams, soft coverage. Rams take advantage. He gets
side of the field. He's up there at the top.
Nacua, middle of the defense to the 30. Minute 10. 1st and 10. Middle again, but it's dropped by Adams.
Usher a lot today.
Zips it through there. And it's a first down and the first catch of the day for the rookie from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson! What a catch!
Than this. High, outside, left foot, right foot. He is in. That
9th this year. Extra point trying to make it a 3-point game, and Harrison Mevis does. So 30.
I think Stafford's finger bothered him a lot there. He couldn't have walked that ball out and put it in a better spot. And then
and Colby Parkinson in his 2nd season with the Rams, the biggest catch that he's ever had. His first career playoff game. TN Evans to kick.
Now this new kickoff rule. You get a decent return. How many kicks they've been doing all year?
ETN trying to get around the corner. For the first time in 8 years, 264 yards, a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown. 32 seconds. Young looks to throw. Pressured by Byron Young. Slips away. Heaves it into coverage and incomplete.
A lot of space in there.
Young avoids the rush. Bryce Young throws incomplete.
An ideal first 2 plays. They've burned, give or take, drops or not. It's just stressing the protection.
They get there again. Lofted up. Incomplete. And it's 4th and 10.